Hey guys. All right, so tonight is just quick. It's gonna be a quick live stream. 30 minutes for donations, and that already started. So 29 minutes and counting. So if you guys want to donate, go ahead and do that now. I'm doing unlimited donations. Meaning like if you want to donate for 4 questions, for example, I'm not going to put a cap on it because I am putting a cap on the time that you can donate, but you guys got to get those in early. I got a donation from someone named Misty. Kind of weird. She sent a payment request for me to pay her. I declined that. She's requesting a refund now for the donation that she made. So, if Misty, if you're in here, I don't know if you got confused or what, but I do have a policy under my disclaimers that paid readings are non-refundable, and I don't have exceptions to this. So, if you sent me money, I will be happy to fulfill your order, but I do not send refunds. So we're going to have to work something out. If you can't get your reading tonight, that's okay, but we can just keep you on the list until the next time you're available to get a reading from me. Also, you guys can go ahead and post your questions as well. I am doing free readings tonight. So post your free yes, no if you'd like to claim that. Hey, Sunflower. Vetus, I have you down for a mini. Thank you. James, yes, you can absolutely donate. You should see my link tree in the pinned comment, and that will show you my Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App information. Sunflower, I am getting a yes, Queen of Wands. You're welcome, Sunflower. Queen Bay, I'm getting a no. I have the 5 of Cups. Oh, $6, $6. I got you. I'm sorry. I put you down for the wrong thing. $6 reading. I'll fix that. You're welcome, Queen Bay. Emily R. I'm getting a yes, 3 of Cups. Either one will work, Emily. Thank you. All right, so we have, what is it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 minutes left of the free list. I went ahead and put the donation list on the screen so you guys can see where you're at. Just a friendly reminder that I have a disclaimer in my description. I do not do refunds, so make sure you guys pay close attention to all of that before you send me a donation. Beautiful love, you want to donate as well? Okay, that sounds good. I'll add you to the list once I get it. Beautiful love, I am getting a yes. Knight of Pentacles. Sure thing, Emily. Earth Angel, they're showing me a no. 5 of Pentacles. Sure thing, Earth Angel. All right, y'all. So we have about 21 minutes left to donate. And then we have 6 minutes left of the free list. And then we're going to move on to donations. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get prepped for our donations since this is gonna go pretty quick. So Misty, if you're in here, you can post your question. Vetus, you can also post yours as well. James, you can post your question. For those of you who aren't going immediately, but I'll be doing your reading shortly, I can save your question until it's your turn. Beautiful Love, I got you. Let me add you to the list. All right, Vetus, I have your question. And James, I have your question. You guys should see, everyone that's donated so far should see their name on the list. All right, so beware if there's any tarot readers in here that I just went to my history on Cash App and realized that was not the first time that Misty has requested a refund from me. And I think she's trying to scam. So I refunded her and I blocked her. She's no longer able to send me any money. But for those of you in the future, like if you do plan on doing readings, or for those of you in here who already do readings, scammers just can go fuck themselves. So I'm gonna tell you right now that if you want their information and you're a reader, I'm happy to provide it so that you can block them and get ahead of the game. All right, y'all. So the free list is closed. Oh, Beautiful Love says, what's the difference from BOGO? So BOGO 15 is essentially like what I do when I'm on camera. It's 10 cards per reading. As long as the question that you ask is open-ended, I can keep pulling more details for you. So it's essentially like a 20 card reading for the price of one. So that's up to you if you want to do it that way or not. So let's go ahead and update my list. I'm going to remove any conversation with this girl. This is now the second person who's trying to do this to me this year. This is ridiculous. Okay, so free list is closed, guys, but the donation list is still open for about 15 more minutes. Beautiful love, let me know if that answered your question, okay? Oh, Vetus, we also have to schedule your reading that you won as well. I know that you've been really busy lately, but we should talk. And if it's easier for you, instead of sending me emails, you can also send me messages on Telegram. Doritos, hey. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, that works. So Calvin's feeling a bit impatient. I'm going to try to figure out what he's impatient about right now. Oh, his success? He has 8 of Pentacles in reverse. He feels like he's living a repetitive or boring life or a repetitive or boring job. He's feeling impatient. He's feeling like a lack of funds right now in his personal life, which I know is not your question, but it maybe gives some insight into what's going on with him right now. Unhappy family, unhappy home. He could be having disagreements with his family members, the people he's in a relationship with. I feel like he's almost fulfilling his own prophecy of what his fears were. Like he feels like his fears are coming true right now. What are his feelings for Vetus, though? What are his feelings for Vetus? What are his feelings for Vetus? Doritos, I'll add you to the list in just a second. So he's having a fear of starting over. He does feel like he's repeating negative patterns, but he is resisting change. So he's holding on to his current life at the moment, Vetus. He doesn't feel like he has the ability, the means, or even the drive to start a new life. What is he recognizing? What is he recognizing? Okay, beautiful love. Yeah, leave your questions with me and I'll timestamp. So he keeps experiencing this fear coming to pass. Vetus, right now, I have multiple cards indicating fear. I feel like he's scared. I feel like the uncertainty, the unknown is kind of crippling him, debilitating him. And I feel like he's in this place of thinking that he wants things to change. He wants things to be different in his life. But he feels like he doesn't have a way out or understand a way out. And somehow this is relating to you because I'm specifically asking about his feelings for you right now. So maybe he doesn't see a way for maybe you guys to come together. It's like all his fears are coming true. I do feel like he's recognizing the truth behind your connection. He does have moments of clarity. He's trying to be fair right now. He's trying to do what's best for everyone in his life. What are his feelings? What are his feelings for Vetus? What are his feelings for Vetus? Leah McKinney, yes, the list is still open. Oh, the free list. I'm sorry, no. Well, I don't think you've been here before, so yeah, I can answer a free question for you. It is a yes or no format, so you have to word it in a yes or no. But since I think you're new to me today, I don't think I've seen you before. I'll do a yes or no for you. He's leaning on just being friends right now, Vetus. I have the Three of Pentacles. He does feel disappointed about this connection, not being able to be romantic in nature, but he's looking at you as like friendship, acquaintance at the moment. So I do feel like he's closed off to communication still. Final card out, we have Five of Swords and the Hanged Man. So this is talking about he's feeling defeated. When it comes to your connection, he's feeling discontent, but he does feel like there's delays. I feel like he's trying to detach himself from feelings. Beautiful love, I have your question. All right, so I see beautiful love, you donated for the 2 minis and then for the BOGO. So let me update this here. Yeah, beautiful love. You can donate again if you'd like. Like I said, we're doing unlimited donations today because I am putting a cap on the time. I'm putting a cutoff time. So I'm not putting a cap on the amount of donations that you can make. Because you guys have to get your donations in, all of them, before the 30-minute mark. So I wouldn't make that, like, I wouldn't do that to y'all. I wouldn't make that too complicated. So Vetus, that is what I've got for you, girl. I pulled a couple extra cards because I did feel like that message was a little bit incomplete. But I hope that gives you at least a status update on where he's at. Still feels kind of the same a little bit, but maybe going through personal issues. Okay, beautiful love. I see it. I see it. So you can go ahead and post the last question that you have for that mini reading. You're welcome, Vetus. All right, so next up we have James. James for the 6th card. Okay. So James, if you can just say hello for me, I just want to make sure you're in here. All right, cool. So James, we're going to do a reading between you and Patty J. We're going to answer the questions, how they feel about you, how you feel towards them, what brings you together, your relationship strengths and weaknesses, and also how you can improve things if there's something needed to be improved upon. Beautiful love, I have your last question. I will call on you when it's your turn. If you're not here, we'll timestamp, okay? Two minutes left of the donations. Make sure you guys are getting those in before the list closes, please. I'm not sure if Leah McKinney heard me, but I'm happy to answer a yes or no question for you since you're new to me tonight. Absolutely, Doritos, go ahead and I will save your question. I'll call on you when it's your turn. And if you're not here, I'll timestamp it. Reading on Patty J. James, that's interesting that you have double signs and she has double signs. It's kind of cool. I definitely can see you guys are very different people already, though. Let's see. All right, 6th card reading for Patty J and James, please. Reading on James and Patty J. Okay, so what I'm getting so far, by the way, all lists are closed, guys. All lists are closed now. If anyone's in here was planning on donating, I'll honor that, but otherwise, no more donations. So James, what I'm getting is that you guys kind of flip-flop feelings. So I think that you guys are in a place now where, interestingly enough, she is actually having more hope for this connection than you are. I think that for a while there, you were holding all the faith and hope in the connection. And I think now you're in a place where maybe you're considering walking away. The card that I have here about how you feel about the relationship is Eight of Cups. This is talking about, do you just abandon the plan? Do you hang out? Should I leave? Should I go? What should I do? But you are trying to dig down deep and figure out, like, is this something that you want to keep doing, or is it something that you should walk away from? I am seeing that maybe she's in a time now of feeling more hope for the connection. Interestingly enough, I haven't how she feels towards you. We have the Ace of Swords. Um, maybe she's feeling more positive towards you versus the connection itself. Maybe she doesn't feel as hopeful about the relationship as you do or you did, but it does feel positively about you specifically. Ace of Swords means that you are definitely more of the dreamer. I feel like she's more of the grounded type of energy. That she's looking at you as this person with all these ideas and all these plans, and you don't like to give up. You don't like to, not until you tried everything that you can think of. You have more of a personality that's you could get, I mean, I'm saying, like, you could get wrapped up in your negativity, but I think when it comes to things you're passionate about, you really don't want to give up until you've tried everything. And I think that that's how she's viewing you. She views you as someone who has more vision or more hope or more faith in the future of the relationship, even though you might be going through a time right now where you're deciding whether to stay or go and you're not sure if you should or not. I feel like with her, she views you as this person who dreams big, and she really likes that about you. But yeah, I feel like you're kind of in an energy of walking away, whereas she's feeling a little bit more hopeful. As far as what brings you guys together, so your strengths and your weaknesses. Um, let's see. So a strength of y'all's is that you're able to learn from the past really well. So I feel like you, even if you feel like you're in a cycle, I don't feel like you're repeating the same mistakes over and over. I do feel like you're in a place where you learn from something, you grow from it, evolve, and maybe something else comes up. But I do feel like you learn from your past mistakes pretty well, and that is a strength of your connection. I feel like the fact that you guys are both resilient, you're both strong, you both have a good backbone. I think that you both have the potential and you have what it takes to fight for this connection, whereas other people might have already walked away. You both find strength in fighting for one another rather than starting over. As far as the weaknesses go, let's see. Indecision, uncertainty. I feel like you guys are good communicators. So I'm trying to understand the nature of the relationship. I guess I should have asked that, but it feels like you guys are interested in one another. You're intrigued by one another, curious about each other. I feel like there's something here that's brought you guys together, and I think it could be the way in which you guys communicate. It's very easy to be around each other, and I don't feel like you get bored in one another's company, and I think that that's not easy to find. So that is another strength. But the uncertainty, the two paths, should I stay, should I go, is coming back around again with the Two of Wands. So I feel like it's easy for you to detach, or maybe for her to detach from the connection, and then you guys kind of ghost each other for a little bit, is what I'm getting. And that could be seen as a weakness, is that while you have the potential to fight for the connection, sometimes we don't choose that route, and we make things a little more complicated or self-sabotage. How you can improve the relationship is build on the strengths that you have of being able to learn from past mistakes and move on from that, not repeating those over and over. You have the Six of Swords in the position of how to improve the relationship, and specifically it talks about if you want things to be easier, if you want things to be better, if you want to strengthen this relationship even more, you do have to let go of things that maybe have bothered you in the past, maybe things that need to be forgiven, things that aren't serving your connection. So if, for example, she feels strongly about something and you have an opinion, but maybe you don't feel as strongly as she does, and maybe a compromise needs to be made. I feel like your relationship is very easy to be turbulent. So she's got a lot of water in her in her chart, and I feel like the way she approaches the connection can be fairly it's interesting. She has duality there. She's very emotional, but when she needs to cut someone off, she cuts someone off and she doesn't think twice about it. She can be very cold-hearted too. So she has this nurturing aspect to her, but then she also has this aspect of, just being completely detached, completely removed. So her coming through as mostly water, the type of energy I'm getting from her, you got to think like think of the ocean, think of when you go to the beach. The waves are really calm some days, and sometimes they're literally insane and they can take you over and kill you. So I feel like she kind of fluctuates a little bit with her feelings, and I think that it could be harder for you because you're flexible, you're mutable, you're able to change in some areas and compromise with her in some areas, but I think that it can be kind of complicated for you because sometimes maybe you don't know what to expect. So yeah, I just feel like for the connection to improve, it's going to take a lot more communication and it's going to take a lot more compromise, but it's not impossible. As far as, are you guys heading into a relationship this year? I'm getting, let's see, yes or no. Are they heading towards a relationship this year, 2023? I am getting a yes, Knight of Cups. So that's what I've got for you, James. I hope you enjoyed your reading with me. Beautiful love, for the last question is the same question, but regarding to love, the marriage. Sorry, I should have been more specific. Okay, let me read what you posted. Beautiful love, are you hanging around for your readings? Because you're next. Okay, how does hubby feel about taking his driving test? After we get him a bank account, how will he feel when I start adding money to his savings and checking for him to use and save? What do spirits want me to know when it comes to the connection of me and my husband? General reading. Can you please ask spirits so far what I've been doing? How am I doing so far? Am I doing a good or bad job? The last question is the same question, but regarding to love and marriage. Sorry. Okay. So you said you're here. Okay. So for the last question, beautiful love, you're wanting to know how you've been doing so far with love, regarding your love and marriage. Is that correct? Is that what you're wanting me to look into? Doritos Locos, are you in here? Okay, got it. Oh, and I still have this in the background, which is probably not helpful and confusing. Oh. Okay, so did he get an answer? Did he get an answer whether or not he passed? He looks a little bit, I will say he looks a little bit sad, but he still has like determination to do something. Maybe he's feeling a little unsure or having a little bit of self-confidence issues, but I feel like generally speaking he's still motivated. He's still like, but he's just trying to kind of keep his feelings under wraps. Maybe he thought that he would feel happier after it was done, or he'd feel less stressed. Maybe he still feels, oh my gosh, maybe he still feels stress. But there's like this element of like gloominess. I don't know how else to word that. Did he do well? Did he do well on the test? So I have a card indicating like the grass is always greener on the other side. So it makes me feel like no matter what the results are, that he felt like the test would make him feel a lot happier, a lot more excited, a lot more motivated. Sometimes we think specific things are gonna completely change our life around. We attribute our happiness to accomplishing something, and then when we accomplish that goal and we get there, then sometimes we can kind of feel like, okay, this didn't bring me as much happiness or excitement as I thought, or as much relief as I thought it was going to. Oh, that's good. I'm glad he passed. Oh, he missed 15. Okay, so he's like feeling like, yeah, I mean, he's feeling motivated still, but I feel like there's a level, an underlying, or I guess undercurrent of feeling a little disappointed or a little sad. So, but he is trying to keep that under wraps. I think generally he is pleased. We have the Queen of Cups in the center of the reading, but I think that he was hoping that everything that he does well, everything that he accomplishes, he's feeling like he's equating his happiness to accomplishing certain goals. And when that happiness isn't coming fully, I think it's making him feel some type of way. Hey, Terralyn. You're coming through late. But he feels like he's overcome this challenge. So I will say overall, he feels satisfied. I just don't. Maybe he's disappointed in the amount of questions he did get wrong. Maybe he wished that he could have passed with better scores or something. I don't know. All right, so second, after we get him a bank account, how will he feel? Okay, let's see. I'm still confused. He's sad, maybe jealous because he missed a lot. I only missed one when I took mine. I told him at least he passed, so that's all that matters. Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, he passed, and that's all that matters. But he could be being a little hard on himself, so we gotta let him have that grace, have that space. So it looks like, because I have the devil in reverse in regards to the bank account, is this is going to make him feel like he's feeling a bit more liberated, a bit more free, having access to funds. The devil in reverse talks about being free from the chains, free from bondage, free from the things that bind. So I feel like this is going to liberate him just a bit. He will feel dependent on you, and that's something he's not crazy about. So, but he will be appreciative. He will feel a bit lighter, a bit happier. But I think that he's still trying to be motivated to accrue this money on his own. I feel like he'll be grateful, and I do feel like he's gonna feel a bit more like he has more flexibility, like he has more choice, he has more say. He doesn't feel like he has to constantly ask other people for help. But I do feel like he still, even though he has his own account and things like that, it is going to feel like to him he's still being dependent or reliant. But yeah, he'll be happier. Yeah. Okay, so your generosity is helping your marriage. I feel like you are generally a giving person, but I feel like these specific acts that you've been doing lately to be supportive are helping. So I know that that's kind of giving you insight onto like how the last question is going to go. So if you want to change that question, you can. But they're saying, good job. Being more supportive is helping. It's like something about like, be careful what you say though, because I feel like, I know this sounds silly, but I feel like he's in a fragile state. And so some of the things that you say can be very positive and very helpful, but to him, they come across like backhanded, almost like a backhanded remark or a backhanded comment. Like, so for instance, when you had said, you know, maybe he's jealous, maybe he feels like he's comparing himself to you because you only missed one, so on and so forth. Like, telling him that he passed, so that's all that matters, and then you say, and I don't have to repay. If you had said that to him, which I don't know if you did, maybe you were just thinking that, but then that would make him feel bad, because then he'd be like, okay, well, good, I'm glad I passed then, so that I don't have to make more problems for you. Like, even though that's not how you meant it, I feel like that's the energy he's giving. So just be a little bit fragile to like what you say or how you say it, because you can be completely supportive and be trying to say something completely nice, and like he's not taking it that way. So like, I've just thrown that out there. I'm getting that vibe, but generally speaking, you're working in the right direction. It's definitely the monetary support, especially because I have the Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, is helpful. But you know, he needs to get a little bit, he is very sensitive. He needs to get a little bit more uncomfortable when it comes to the money situation, because I feel like that's what's going to motivate him as well. So Spirit's kind of saying like, it's one thing to be generous and helpful, but it's another thing to allow him to stay comfortable, because then he's not going to want to grow, he's not going to want to change. So you know, keep doing what you're doing, but also just keep these other things in mind. You have the Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles in the center of the reading, and I think that he equates his value to the money that he makes. So if he feels like he's having to rely on you or be dependent on you, while that's helpful for him for the time being, it slowly chips away at his self-esteem. So, you know, I don't really know what a solution would be to that, but it's just something to keep in mind, I guess. Let's see. Lots of money things. Money surrounds your relationship quite a bit. You know, with money, it can be used as a tool to control. It can be used as a tool to be helpful. It could be a way to be generous, but it could be a way to use people. So money has a dark side. So hopefully that's, since I'm seeing so many pentacles around your relationship, that's not the only thing you guys have going for you, but it seems to be like a big conversation in your relationship. Yeah, I mean, if you see him spending things on little things here and there for himself, that's fine. But if you start seeing him make big purchases and things like that, but he's not contributing in other ways, he's not doing housework, he's not doing laundry, he's not cooking dinner, he's not going grocery shopping, things like that, then that's when you kind of have to like reassess or readjust. Doritos, you can post your question. I mean, I will say though, you got a lot of great cards. You have 10 of Cups, you have 9 of Cups. Those talk about being fulfilled, satisfied, happy, positive, feeling success. There's also the Chariot here, which is like a drive that maybe you guys are both having towards this relationship. So your marriage is something that's feels to me like a priority, something that you're dedicated to. And we also have the 10 of Cups, which indicates that you guys are becoming more and more in alignment with each other, which means that you probably will experience less disagreements, less arguments, less fights, maybe getting along a bit better. Things just seem like a bit more in harmony at this time. When I do that, he said, "I money." Oh. Yeah, that's the hard part, is that finances in any type of connection, whether it be romantic, platonic, business, whatever, it's a big motivator. There's a lot of positives, but I think also it can be used as a manipulation tactic. It can be the root of arguments and disagreements. It's like they say, more money, more problems. So yeah, you just have to use your best discernment there when it comes to that situation on how to best handle that. Okay, that's good. Well, definitely don't treat him like the old version of himself. That's one thing that's really hard, is that we feel like we are connecting with someone who a version of them who they used to be and who they're not anymore. So if he's not doing these things anymore that were triggers for you in the past, we have to give him some credit now about that. Can't hold on to that. Like, you're not, that's not the version of who he is anymore if he's changed that part of himself. So we have to give him that grace and that benefit of the doubt as well. General reading for beautiful love. Okay, so we have new beginnings, good news coming to you. Creative spark. This can also talk about more sexy time in the bedroom. We have good fortune, good luck. So you have lots of good ideas, good inspiration, maybe even money. I see you planning actually for savings. We have the 10 of Pentacles. The center of the reading, I have the Hierophant. So this is talking about how you are making your marriage your priority. So again, that's coming through. You're very nurturing, loving. You have sincere feelings for your husband. You're coming through as very pure energy. 10 of Pentacles talks about like you just want a happy home life and you want it to last for a long time. You're trying to figure out ways to make your home stable, make your money stable. You may be also being a little bit frugal at this time, or possibly budgeting, because you're trying to spread your finances as thin as you can, or I guess make them last as long as you can. So maybe cutting corners. Generally, you could be canceling subscriptions that you don't need anymore, or feel like it may just be taking money from you guys that you don't need at this time. I have 2 cards here indicating speed and information coming in very quickly. 8 of Wands talks about news coming in, and Ace of Wands talks about good news coming in. Did you get a job yet? Yeah, that's what I was getting. More time in bedroom. Okay, so you have 2 cards here indicating good news coming to you. All right, so I think this could be about the job. That's good. I'm so happy to hear that. Money is coming in more. Working too much. Yeah, so just as far as your finances go, keep doing what you're doing. Spending wisely. You know. So I have in the center of the reading as well, along with the Hierophant, is the Magician. You have a lot of major arcana cards in this reading, but the Magician talks about how you have the power, you have the choice when it comes to your life, that you're making things happen. It's all to do with your motivation, your own self-motivation, that you're getting this stuff done. So what is in your hands, you're accomplishing, and I feel like I'm getting like a thumbs up. Yeah, I mean, at this time, if you can work and maybe you're the only one that's able to, it's kind of hard. I understand, but at the same time, you do have to take care of yourself. You don't want to burn out. And that does show that he does care about your overall well-being as well. So Doritos, you will be next. I'm wrapping up Beautiful Love's reading right now. So you can go ahead and post, and then I will be signing off. So let's get some more insight on how Beautiful Love is doing right now in her marriage. Is she doing a good job? Yes, I go back home to rejuvenate and then back to work. Yeah, Beautiful Love, you can change the last question. Go for it. But I am getting a yes, that you're doing good. You're doing good, and it's getting deleted. What the? Doritos Locos, how about this? Since you sent me a payment on PayPal, why don't you just message me on PayPal what your question is? I'm not deleting anything, so I'm so confused why that's happening. So send me a message on PayPal. I've been hearing that because Tara Lynn said that her messages are delayed too. So I feel like there's something going on with YouTube tonight, that they're having issues. You want to keep it as is? Okay, we'll do that. Let me keep going. So you got a yes in regards to you doing a good job. It was the King of Pentacles. and you've gotten that card in other readings tonight. So I feel like Spirit is saying good job being the person that your husband can lean on at this time. You know, we all take turns being the rock. Sometimes it's going to be him, sometimes it's going to be you, but you're doing well. Of course, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Financial new beginning, new financial opportunities, new job, new business, new money, new investment, savings, giving yourself financial security and stability. That's all good. So that's going to be helpful. You're making it happen. You're welcome, beautiful love. Okay, if you already donated, I'll add you to the list. I'll just add you on. just hang around for another minute or so. I've got someone before you, but I'll add yours on. It's okay. That's yes or no, and channel messages are easy, so that's totally fine. But after that, I am closing the list. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Doritos, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, beautiful love. That sounds good. We'll talk tomorrow, okay? I feel good news is coming to you in the job area. Okay. Let's see. Bye, beautiful love. Have a good night. Wow, first card out is Five of Pentacles. Whew. Okay, so this talks about hardships. So this is actually right on the money with your question that you've got going on right now. What is coming next, please? What is coming next? Jesus. So on this current trajectory, Doritos, I'm getting that you're I want to give you something positive, but what I feel like is like unless you are able to make a change. Oh, okay, we have the sun. All right, that's good. I'll get there in a second. But what I'm getting is that you have to make the change yourself. You have to do like the simple action steps, whether that be to talk through things, get help, get on a certain medication or supplement, or something as simple as getting outside, grounding, getting in the sun, walking barefoot on the grass, and just releasing that negative energy. I know that it's hard. I know that sometimes it's like actually feels impossible. And I'm sure it's really hard to get up out of the bed and do things that you need to do for yourself. So I'm not sure specifically what your day-to-day looks like, but Spirit is kind of saying, okay, good. That makes me happy. I do have the Sun card here. The reason why well, you don't have to meditate to get yourself. So like, here's the thing. Mental health is huge. And I think that meditation is great for clearing your mind and also maybe trying to release negativity, but I don't feel like it's necessarily going to heal your mental health. in that way, because in order for meditation to work, because usually you meditate to manifest, and in order to manifest you have to have a certain mindset, it's kind of difficult for you to do that. So the one thing I am getting that's a very like logical, easy to do thing is I literally have the sun card here. So I feel like you need maybe some red light therapy. You can order red light online if that's something you're able to do, if that's even something you have the funds to do. If not, you can save up for it. But just the sunlight is natural, the sunlight is free, and getting outside is really important. They're kind of showing me do activities that you used to have fun doing as a kid, like riding your bike or playing basketball or, you know, playing hopscotch. I don't know. I'm thinking of different things that kids do when they're younger. But basically taking yourself back to your childhood happiness. If you had activities that you liked to do as a kid before like the whole world made you feel the way that you feel, and before all the changes that you've gone through have made you feel the way that you feel, bringing it back down to a simple task, coloring, painting, getting your creativity out, even though it's not going to feel like you're motivated to do these things. But it's important that you kind of tap into your inner child at this time, because I feel like that's going to kind of pull you out of the fungus that you go through. I'm not guaranteeing it's not going to happen again. I'm not guaranteeing it's not going to come back. But the sun card here does indicate being more childlike, getting outside, doing things out in nature. Yeah, it's hard to find the motivation, it really is, but you kind of have to start somewhere, because like here's the thing, spirit is showing me a trajectory of how you're going right now and what you're doing right now, and they're showing me that you don't feel passionate about literally anything, and I truly believe that passion is the key to success. It is the key to power. It is the key to changing your entire mindset. So even if you start with a blank page and you don't do much, it's like at least you did something. You can feel proud of that. You achieved that one task for that day. And even if you don't feel happy with the results, it's okay, because you're not showing it to anyone. You're not doing anything with it. But it's the fact that you did that simple act is actually building you back up. So the High Priestess here talks about mystery, spiritual insight, inner knowing, inner trust, inner guidance. And so I feel like sometimes when we're experiencing these things, we have to dig deep. But I want you to also know, give yourself grace. If you need to lay there and do nothing for a couple of days, if you need to just let the dishes pile up for a couple of days, that's okay. But there's a song, and what is it? It's like, the only thing that stays the same is that everything changes, something like that. And it's so true. So instead of telling you like what I can see coming next for you, because I see you kind of still relaxing, still resting, still, and honestly, the center of the reading here talks about bad news when it comes to earthly matters. So this talks about your house, your home, your cars, your job, your finances, and maybe even feeling a bit unappreciated by other people as well. So the best thing that I can do right now is that, because I kind of see it being a little bit of the same for a little while longer, but I do want to give you something positive to walk away with this. The only thing I can suggest is these little activities, these little things that seem stupid or seem like they're not going to help. But I'm telling you, getting out there, getting either the red light therapy, getting out in the sun, I feel like that's really going to help you. The sun card is just shining so strong right now. It's like the sun is like fire, right? Because it's the Leo energy, and it talks about self-expression. So however you're able to do that creatively, change your hair color. If you're passionate about cosmetics or makeup, or if you want to change your wardrobe, or but also keep in mind too that we're going through planetary retrograde at this time, and a lot of times if we feel like we've progressed, if we feel like we've made one step forward, we feel during this time it's like one step forward, two steps back. So also keep in mind the planetary energy that's we're influenced by because we live on planet Earth, that these things can also be a reason why you're feeling this way as well. And that should be clearing up in the next 2 weeks. So I want you to walk away with something positive. I want to give you something to do that's tangible, something that's simple, that's easy. But I think that you need to just experience and put yourself in situations that give yourself a little bit more fun, a little bit more joy in every day, even if it's for 5 minutes. It's important that you find the strength to do those things, that shows that you care about yourself. Those little feelings of accomplishment. I brushed my hair today. Those little feelings, those micro doses of accomplishment are going to help pull you out of this mental state that you're in. All right, so Kay, are you here? Let me know what I can answer for you for your mini, who you want the messages from, and what your yes nos are. Oh, I see. So Doritos, I hope that this benefited you in some way. I really feel for you, and I feel for what you're going through. Mental health is a huge thing in the world, but it's a very thing that's near and dear to my heart because pretty much everyone in my family suffers from it. So just know you're not alone. And you can always email me. I have a way to connect and text with me on my link tree. So if you want to look at that, if you just need someone to talk to, I'm here. And of course, you're always welcome here in the live streams if you just want something to keep your mind off of things. So Kay says, is Baxter going to allow me to break my lease? How is Nick the Aquarius feeling about me after us not talking? Messages from Nick. Management company, not a person. Okay. Oh no, that's totally fine. I mean, either way, I feel like your intention in your question makes sense. All right, so is Baxter going to allow Kay to break her lease? Please show me a yes or a no. Yes or a no for Kay. I am. Oh. Let's try that again. I got two answers that were a bit conflicting. I got the King of Wands, yes, and the Hanged Man, no. So the only thing I can think of with that is that ultimately, yes, they're going to let you break your lease, but maybe there's certain things that, maybe you're not going to walk away scot-free. Like maybe you'll be able to break the lease and maybe they'll be able to refund some money, but maybe not all of it or something. It's kind of like a sacrifice will need to be made, but yes, you'll be able to do this. You'll be able to make that happen. Is Baxter going to allow Kay to break the lease? Yeah, I'm getting a yes. I'm getting success. 6 of Wands. So I feel like it's going to work out for you. All right, how is Nick the Aquarius feeling about me? Well, you got 2 yeses and 1 no. So I'm going to go with majority rules. How is Nick the Aquarius feeling about Kay and her not talking? How is Nick the Aquarius feeling after they're not talking. It's okay. I don't care what he says or how it comes across, but I think he's missing you, honestly. We have the Two of Cups, which is indicating that partnership, unity, compatibility, love, happy couples, relationships, being in balance and in harmony, being attracted to you. But right next to it, we have the Four of Cups, which means that the things that he wants to feel with you and the things he wants to do with you, he feels like blocked. He feels you're guarded. He feels he does not have access to you the way that he would like. And the Four of Cups indicates dissatisfaction. He is not happy with this. His arms are crossed. He's kind of pouty. He's, kind of in like tantrum energy here. And I feel like, honestly, he is feeling some regret with the Four of Cups. And I think that he's not entertaining any other relationships at this time, because I think that he's more focused on what he's not getting with you rather than being open to something new. Yeah. He feels that you are an attractive person, a magnetic, mature person. There's a couple cards indicating his attraction for you. He feels like he's getting out of this what he's given, and he feels like I don't think he necessarily feels like he's getting what he deserves, but I feel like it's almost suddenly kind of clicking to him why this has happened the way that it has. Maybe he's starting to understand your side, just a little bit more. I'm not saying he's changing his perspective, but I am saying that maybe he's, he's not angry with you. I don't feel like a bunch of anger. I feel like more understanding. Even though I don't think he's necessarily in the mindset to change necessarily right now, but I do feel like he's less like mad at you and more missing you. Yeah, he's a little pouty. I will say that I feel a bit of immature energy from him. I don't think that he's fully, what am I trying to say? I don't think that he's fully it's like when you say like the frontal lobe has not fully developed, like that's kind of what I get with him a little bit, is like I feel like he still has a lot of growing up to do. So he still is in this place of not wanting to talk about things. He's feeling kind of like he's holding back, but I feel like he's having trouble letting you go, because there's a card here talking about how he is holding on to you. A lot of times Four of Pentacles can indicate someone being overly attached to someone and holding on to them too tight in a very like possessive type of way. I still feel like he feels like you're his and like no one else is able to have you. So he could be feeling a little jealous too. I feel like he needs to apologize to you, and I think that he knows that, because the Justice card here talks about how he's understanding why you guys are in the place that you are, because he knows that he's only going to get out of this what he gives to you. And so I think that he realizes now that if anything is going to come to pass, that he does need to apologize and change his ways. So these are things he's thinking about. It's not necessarily action, but he's still very much focused on you. Yeah, Kay, that's okay. Go ahead and let me know what your yes or no is, and then we'll do your channel message cards. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. No, you're totally fine, girl. You're fine. I mean, I'm here, right? I might as well. You're the last one of the night, so it's okay. But yeah, go ahead and let me know what your last yes or no is, and then we'll wrap up with your message cards, okay? That'll be a nice way to end the reading. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so it is showing me a no, that he's not watching them, probably just for fear of not wanting to know. It's probably like he's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's going on with her. Because I think that he's already making himself a little bit crazy, that he wouldn't, like, let's just say if you posted something. I mean, I think he's curious. I think that he will maybe at some point. You might see him in and out every once in a while, because I do have the Ace of Pentacles here, but I think he just doesn't want to dig the knife in deeper. He just doesn't want to feel worse. I think honestly too, it could be a little bit of like a power move as well. So he doesn't want you to know that he's looking, but I think he is tempted here. The Emperor indicates that he's trying to stand his ground. So ultimately I am getting a no. Not him personally. It's not like he's making a different account to look at them and keep that from you or anything like that. I think that if he's looking, you're going to see him. But I'm getting that right now he's not really doing that or exposing himself to that. Oh, I see. I mean, if you have his friends in there, they might be showing him, but I don't think he's personally seeking it out. All right, messages from Nick, please, for Kay. Messages from Nick. Messages from Nick. So he's saying, I'm lost without you, and I'm sorry I haven't been available. I wasn't ready for this connection. I'm working on myself. There's so much I want to say to you. I feel your energy. My guard is up. I hope one day you can forgive me. I can't be what you need right now, but I feel like I need you. So with that, this is me, Luna, talking now. I do feel like he's wanting what is it? I don't want the cow, I want the milk for free or something like that. Like, I feel like he's not in a place where I feel like he just wants to get everything that he can get by doing like the most basic minimal amount of work and effort. So when he says, I can't be what you need right now, but I need you, it's like, even though I can't be what you need, even though I'm not going to meet you where your expectations are, can you still be available to me? So I still feel like he's got a lot to learn. But yeah, I'm lost without you. I'm sorry I haven't been available, but I wasn't ready for this connection. I'm working on myself. There's a lot I want to say to you. I feel you around me, but my guard is up. I do hope one day you can forgive me. I can't be what you need right now, but I need you. Hey, Tara Lynn. Well, I'll probably be back in the morning. Are you okay with that? If you leave your donation and your question with me, and then I timestamp it for you tomorrow, or if you come back tomorrow, would that be okay? Okay, perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. So, okay, that is what I have for you. I'm glad that the readings were resonating and making sense for you. That makes me happy. Carolyn, thank you so much for the offer. If it wasn't getting so late, I would definitely hang out, but I'm watching my nephew tomorrow for my brother, for my sister and brother-in-law's anniversary. So I'm going to have him tomorrow, and I've got to be up earlier than usual, but I should be on in the morning or early afternoon before I go over their house. You should see me. Y'all should see me sometime today or tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. All right, guys, have a lovely rest of your night. For those of you who are still hanging out, thank y'all for the donations. It was fun. Bye, Kay.